Hi everyone, my name's Tamara, and this is a reading that I began this morning, and I'm thinking this is so clear and straightforward for Librans, which I am myself, and I know that the majority of Librans are going through that end of cycle and the beginning now, so it's more the beginning of the new cycle. But there will be pieces of debris being felt from the old cycle ending. And this is so important. And this reading's come up so clear with these goddess oracle. So I'm going to start you at the beginning card here. And this is the goddess of changing cycles. And she is moving that energy round herself. Can you see that? There needs to be action within your whole being, Librans, to make sure that this new cycle moves on now into the new cycle, and that you do in fact clear the way to do that. And I just this morning done this written affirmation for myself on justice being served and no more waiting. And it was really clear when this reading then came out that there was action needed, a defined action. So remember that, Librans, with your new cycle. You have to make that new cycle, excuse me, move around. There's somebody here who doesn't want me to move this cycle around. Maybe many people. And you can see very clearly, look at this. I've always loved this card, this goddess, this changing woman, new cycle. That cycle, she doesn't have to touch anything to make that black cycle. Can you see it there within her hands? But she's not touching it. She does it with her defined, refined energy. Her intention that her new cycle begins. And she does it. This is the second card here. I've only just laid these out and thought I must put this out today. This is with compassion. She does it with compassion for everyone concerned. This is not feeling sorry for those who may have created many negative things to happen so that this cycle wouldn't turn round, but she does it with the higher energy of compassion, Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. And look at this, and there is Artemis, the spiritual warrior. And she doesn't pick that bow up. You'll have heard me say these words so many times, but I really relate to Artemis. When she goes into action, she truly goes into action to win and have full justice, as every Libran would, who is clear in themselves, is centered. And you'll see some of the other cards coming out showing that. But she picks that bow up and fires that arrow because she knows she has success, and she knows that the divine is backing her 100%. So feel good today, Librans, because it's in the cards and we haven't made this up. The next card here is opening up the hidden secrets, and this will happen and always does in cases of justice, doesn't it? Because there's another side to the holy order that we're looking for here, because that's what real justice is, holy order. And in order to get that, and I ought to be covering this card actually, I forget how bad this looks, but this is about hidden secrets which need to come up. But that's okay, Librans, because the next goddess is Shakti here, because you have lined up your energies. This is the middle card touching all other cards in this equation here. And this is a justice equation, justice being served 100%. This is not part justice. This is full justice for everybody concerned. And this is that, look at her with all her energies lined up. Again, I need to cover this a little bit. So if you don't feel totally centered, what the universe is saying to you today is make sure you are. Tune up. Get your batteries full of all that divine power that you have access to. The next card here, which is coming under that changing woman, where she's made that decision, her intention is 100%, and she turns the new cycle round for good. It's all about synthesis of how everything fits in to her doing this. She has caused a movement within the universal flow. This will not be changed. This will carry on in that flow, as we've seen here. And she is prepared for that with all her energy lined up. This is about synthesis of how everything fits in. To understand this, think about our planet, and this is how this is depicted here. Because everything coming within Gaia, within the entity of our planet, fits together, responds to each other, is joined to each other in an energy frequency, and everything supports everything else when it is in order. So be sure of that and believe in that, because it is a truth that everything that happens from now on is meant to happen. I just love that wild woman, Baba Yaga, came out here. And she is saying, you are in the right space within yourself. You need to be wild woman to walk forward here and to not walk the wrong path, to walk it with energy, fiery energy, because you know you deserve justice and justice will be given. And what it's teamed with here is Aphrodite, the card of love. So know that love is on your side, because she is what powers the fire in Wild Woman, Baba Yaga. She has that glint in her eye. See that? She never loses that when she's truly on her path. And nobody is going to stop the Librans now who need to free up their holy paths to move forward. And the card here, the last card, is the errands, which is showing you that everything had to come to a head and is now coming to a head. Everybody played their parts in this saga that many, many Librans across the planet have been having to endure. And endure we did, because we are good at that. And we had the backing of our energy system lining up in all of its rainbow colours of high energy frequency. And with my readings, I always look at what the goddess, and this is the cards here, what was the goddess underneath looking over this? And what was watching over this all the time, and I was very aware of this, is not to let emotions get in the way. And this has been a long period of time for many Librans. And we did, at times, become affected by our emotions, but we've learnt to heal that, to heal our shadow selves and move on. And underneath that card is the shapeshifter card, showing us how we did it. We just shape-shifted by healing our shadow and moving into our highest energy here. And we can keep going with this. Look, this is the Lilith, the shadow side of our divine feminine. She's no longer there. She's shape-shifted. The betrayal is no longer important. The betrayal that happened along the way here actually fed us the energy on our journey, knowing that we had to get over the betrayal. We had to accept the challenge. I can't believe how these cards came out. We could not ever make this one up. And this is why I'm putting this one online here. This is letting go. We got to that final surrender, and this is where we were able to line our energies up and walk forward with a new understanding of ourselves. That's what the journey was about. But it will bring in the bounty from us working this hard towards being able to bring in more of our divine energy to walk our path now with more surety and with the blessings that come with that. So good luck with this one, Librans, because we have everything we need now to go forward, because we had the courage to move that new cycle wheel, the wheel of fortune and the world. We moved it round with our own life force connected to the highest vibration we could bring in with compassion. Hoping this will give you a little more strength today, Librans, because it's all true. A lot of what we thought was going on, we had no proof of. But all of the proof is now coming to the surface, as it was meant to do. And the learning begins for everybody concerned with the blockages that we were enduring during this time. Have a great day, Librans, and be assured that your new cycle has definitely begun, and the universe is backing you 100%. Go in peace, go in love, embrace the changes that you are now in. Thank you for listening.